Welcome back to the basement, the friendliest place on YouTube.
This is You Choose How We Play Breath of the Wild, so we're taking your suggestions from the comments.
And we're gonna do them.
That's how it works.
All the way.
Here we go.
Bam.
Boom. Bibbidi bop.
All right, Crazy Sean DX says, arguably one of my favorite things is seeing, or in this case hearing, people be all excited about something, like watching some of the reactions to Isabelle in Smash, or Luigi's Mansion 3. So hearing Peter gush over Wednesday nights really made my day today. We're glad we made your day, Crazy Sean DX.
Dude.
By the way, I haven't played Breath of the Wild in a long while, but I'm going to try to see if I can try the Champions Ballad again using your videos as a guide. As for a suggestion, I don't know, don your Dark Link hat with nothing else. So in honor of Crazy Sean DX today, we have donned our Dark Link hat and nothing else.
Oh yeah, let me show that. Looking good, Link.
Looking pretty darn good.
Wow, he's got some abs.
You should take those weapons off too. This one, Link does have some pretty chiseled abs. So you guys, last time on You Choose How We Play Breath of the Wild, we had the crazy idea of sort of reading our compatibility when it comes to the Myers-Briggs test. If you were around when we did Mario 64 co-op, we actually did like a kind of challenge and had all of you guys take a Myers-Briggs test to see what your test results were, and then you could share your test results in the comments. If you want to go ahead and do that, you can go to 16personalities.com and take the test. It probably takes about 20 minutes to take the test, but it's worth it. And it's really fun. You can kind of read up on yourself. It tells you like which celebrities you share with. And also, if there are any other ENTPs out there, I would like to know who you guys are, because that's what I am. And if there are any INFJs out there,
that's me.
That's Peter. So we'd like to know who shares that with us, and also just go ahead and share, what your personality type is. I think it's just a fun little interesting thing. It's not necessarily end all be all. It doesn't mean that your whole life is now ruled by everything that they say in the deal, but it's still a lot of fun. So anyway, here we go. We're talking about the things that let me and Peter get along, even though our personality types are different.
Wait, Dad, have a look at this real quick.
Okay, you're trying to figure out the puzzle?
Yeah, so...
Oh, yeah, this one was tough.
I've done this before, but I don't remember how I did it. So I look at that.
Yep.
And so obviously there's a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 here.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
And so this is value 3 for row 1, we could call it, or row A. And I'm looking at that, okay? And then I find it here.
Right.
But it's turned a little.
Look at like if I remember right, look at it through like a magnet or the other thing. I kind of feel like looking at it through magnesis or the other thing helped. A stasis. Man, okay. So there's a thing across this.
Look to the stars for guidance. The constellations are the key.
The constellations are the key.
Well, I mean, that's what these are. So, like, that's the second one.
Right.
See there?
But how does
it's turned.
Yeah, but like, how does
it's how many of them there are. That's right. Okay, so there's 1, 2, 3.
And they're kind of turned a little bit.
4.
Okay, yeah, that's right. Sweet. So Peter's gonna keep doing the old testaroo. All right.
I just needed to talk that through, or it was gonna take me longer to get.
So the INFJ ENTP relationship story will be bolstered by INFJ's sensitivity and insight, which can really help out an ENTP when they are occasionally demoralized.
So you should say like Peter or Ted, I think.
Okay, sure. So the Peter and Ted relationship will be bolstered when Peter's sensitivity and insight can really help out Ted when he is occasionally demoralized.
Aww.
INFJ Peter loves helping others and raising their spirits, and he is able to appeal to the heart and emotional needs that Ted typically overlooks. And Peter and Ted together are mutually supportive with each other, compensating for their respective thinking and feeling differences. And Ted is very strong-minded and well able to surmount emotional setbacks, such as relationship breakups or personal failures. However, he may be susceptible to self-destructive and self-sabotaging behavior, such as drug abuse or unhinged neuroticism. Okay, so the drug abuse is not a problem, but I sometimes get a little unhinged neurotic.
You think so?
Neurotic
to the bone, no doubt about it.
So when I get a little neurotic, I don't know. It's definitely like I'm usually kind of like alone when that happens.
Tell us what neurotic
kinda,
means for the viewers at home.
Just like anxiously in my mind. I mean, that's what I feel like. What it feels like to me. Like my mind is like spinning and spinning and spinning and spinning and spinning and spinning. Yeah. And I'm like thinking about stuff, and I'm like trying to like solve issues, and it'll just like the and it goes really fast. But I can't
sleep at night sort of problem.
Yes. I'm gonna just look up the definition of neurotic though, because I feel like that's what it is, but I don't actually know. Neurotic.
Neurotic to the bone, no doubt about it. Sometimes I give myself
suffering from, caused by, or relating to neurosis.
Well, maybe.
Well, thank you.
Maybe we should look that up.
Mentally disturbed, unstable, unbalanced, and maladjusted.
Wow.
Okay, thanks.
That's kind of vague, though. It's just like, oh, so you got a screwed up mind.
So you're just a totally screwed up dude.
It's funny because like a lot of the words like psycho, like psychotic or whatever, have really specific definitions, and we kind of just use them.
Okay, this makes sense.
Vaguely.
Neurosis is a functional disorder in which feelings of anxiety, obsessive thoughts, compulsive acts, and physical complaints without objective evidence of disease in various degrees and patterns dominate the personality. Interesting.
Yeah, I feel like not so much the last two for you. You don't like complain about physical ailments you don't have.
Right.
And what was the second to last one? Compulsive behavior.
Yes.
So like touching the doorknob 3 times before you turn it.
and this second thing is a relatively mild personality disorder typified by excessive anxiety or indecision and a degree of social or interpersonal maladjustment.
I mean, aren't we all a little neurotic? Right. I would struggle to like name somebody who's not neurotic at all.
Right, exactly.
Kristen Hill.
Maybe not. She's pretty well adjusted. Maybe on the inside, though.
Well, maybe we just... Oh, look, it's just a blessing.
That's always awesome when it's a blessing, am I right? Hashtag blessed. All right, INFJ. So Peter appreciates Ted's quirks.
Oh, Flame Blade. We need one of these.
Hey, perfect, but our inventory's full. Get rid of that stupid whatever else there is in there that we don't need.
The boomerang.
You can no. Kill the boomerang. I'm okay with that.
That's a great idea.
Just throw it away.
Yeah, I'm just gonna throw it away.
Just throw it. Just toss it.
I'm just gonna throw it away.
Just kind of toss it and don't even worry about it. What? Wow, it didn't come back. That was a crappy boomerang.
I guess.
Glad you got rid of it. That thing was garbage. I want a refund. I want my refund to circle back.
A stick.
All right. So Peter admires Ted's quirks. So whether it is...
Are you sure you're not reading this backwards?
No. I'm not. It's likely that what brings these two together has something to do with their unusual attributes. Peter likes Ted, at least in part, because Peter's a little bit of a rebel. And because Ted is a little bit of a rebel. Mm-hmm. And Ted often has eccentric qualities that distinguish him from the norm. They steer away from orthodoxy and gravitate toward the path less traveled.
Dude, we're Bert and Ernie. Right?
Yeah, that's totally it. They embrace their weirdness and may even accentuate it, but their tertiary F-E, I don't know what that means, allows them to walk the line of absurdity and still be charming about it. And the INFJ ENTP chemistry is bound to be fostered by the fact that INFJs are fond of unusual people, which is perfect. That's why you're married to Kelsey, because she's kind of quirky. It says INFJs are fond of quirky people.
Yeah.
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 I
mean, the reason, I don't know. I think the reason I was first attracted to you as a bromance, as a friend, was because we both like loved music.
That's true.
We both loved gaming.
Yeah.
And we have plenty in common. We're both like churchy guys who are married to women and have 3 kids each.
True.
Although that wasn't true when we met. But it was on its way.
I think it's important to note, though. I think that what they're trying to say here. I mean, obviously, there's things like, what do you have in common? Like, what do you like to do? Like, I didn't really, if you were really, really into golf, like super into golf,
right?
What are the chances that we'd actually like hang out? Probably not that much.
Yeah.
Because I've never golfed before in
my
life.
I would get you into golf or something.
Right. But what they're saying is like, it's not like my personality rubs you so much the wrong way that you're just like, I can't stand being with that guy. Because I've had people in my life, you know, I'm friendly to pretty much everybody I meet, but there are people where sometimes I'm like, oh my gosh.
Right. I've had enough of you.
I can take you in very small doses, but I'm really glad I don't need to see you more than, 2 minutes a week,
Passing of the gates.
Cool. Last one here is INFJ and ENTP relationship compatibility also has going for it the fact that ENTPs and INFJs are both highly creative, even if they are not artistic. Well, we are artistic in certain ways.
Yeah.
Their dominant intuition ensures that they both love thinking in terms of abstract, novel possibilities or the focus on the future. That's why we get together so much so well with the basement, because I think we just like have these novel ideas about like, oh, the future, like what could we do, what could we create, what could we make with this channel. That's super fun stuff. Okay, you guys ready for some interesting things? I'm gonna go ahead and find why we don't get along.
Yeah, is that a thing?
Yeah, I'm just gonna go relationship struggles. INFJ ENTP. A critique on long-term relationships with INFJs by an ENTP.
Okay, so that's by a you about people like me.
Yeah, but I'm not going to go there. I'm going to look at one that's a little bit more, because that was just like some guy on Reddit talking about what it's like. Okay, struggles. Let's see here.
Whoa. I've just been looking at this, and then I shot that thing, and it rotated ultra fast.
Whoa, okay.
And there's a locked door above me there. That's weird. Okay. We're gonna need that.
Because we both have I'm like the extra version and you're the more intro version. Okay. Struggles. Extroverts may find that the introvert is too quiet and communicates too little with nothing to share. I don't really think that's a problem. They may feel introverts are boring or just disinterested in talking to them. I don't think that really is the case with you. Introverts may find that the extroverts are too loud and talk too much without listening to them. An introvert may feel neglected and unheard by extroverts because they only share if asked. Blah, blah, blah. On the weekends, extroverts enjoy heading out for social activities or other high stimulation activities to relax, while introverts prefer staying at home or at most have some quiet activity with close friends. Well, the basement. I think maybe that's part of it, is that what we're doing is like a quiet activity with a close friend.
Yeah.
You know?
That helps the introvert in me.
Yeah, well, I'll say this too, like, being around too many people all the time is exhausting for me too, even though I'm an extroverted person.
There's only so much you can handle.
Right. Okay.
And you're around a lot of people.
So we're similar in the fact that we both have intuition. So that's the N in our thingies, okay?
Right.
So the struggles are we may lack interest in everyday living, hence if we hang out too much, household duties may tend to be neglected. If we attempt to take care of the house, they may still miss important details in its maintenance. And the partner that has to be constantly responsible for the everyday maintenance may feel resentment or unfulfilled. Peter, do you ever feel resented or unfulfilled because you kind of maintain the basement's, like, physical space? Do you ever like wish that I would like chip in
don't?
a little bit? Right. I mean, I kind of just show up, I do my thing, and then I usually I leave. I don't typically make a big mess while I'm here, right?
Not only that one time you dropped an entire cup of coffee.
I felt so bad about that. That was so dumb too. It was your coffee too, wasn't it? It wasn't even mine.
Well, I think we got like the same.
That's right. Yeah, we got like the same drink.
No, I don't. No.
That's good.
But, I don't think there's a lot. There's not a lot that we share.
Yeah.
So there's not a lot for me to like wish that you were doing that you're not, But like
true.
if we were married, I'd be like, pick up your darn stuff or whatever. That would make a little more sense. Okay, am I supposed to?
Oh, Peter, see, we're so smart.
Shoot this back now? Where's the key?
One of the cool things about being a friend with Peter, you guys, is that he likes to think things through, and I like to like plan and create things, so it kind of ends up being like a similar kind of path. And so when we started the basement, we thought things through, different motivations for doing it, but we still kind of thought things through a little bit. And one of the things that we decided early on was like, let's split up the duties.
Yes.
Let's, I'll handle like the editing and some of the like, creation of like Photoshop and that kind of stuff for our thumbnails and blah de blah. And Peter was gonna handle like the SEO, like the search engine optimization, making sure the titles, tags, and descriptions and metadata is all good, and making sure the schedule is being followed and the calendar and that kind of stuff, right? Well, check this out. This is what it says.
I think we like nailed it too, the right tasks.
Right, yeah, we picked the correct ones.
Yeah.
As well. Well, I think we both kind of looked at each other and said, like, which one do you want to do? And then we just trusted the other person wasn't, like, lying.
Right.
You know, you said, like, I would like to do metadata, and I was like, you know what? That sounds like a little bit like a nightmare to me, but if you want to do it, you go for it.
Right.
You know, I just trusted. I wasn't like, no, I'll do it so you don't have to. Like, he actually wanted to do it.
Yeah.
You know?
Yep.
And that's important. But anyway, okay, good balance can be achieved with proper delegation of duties or with the hiring of a domestic helper. Interesting.
Oh.
Okay, so the struggles that we have because I'm a thinking and you're a feeling. Thinkers may hurt feelers with their straightforward and sometimes tactless words. Feelers tend to take words personally, so when the thinker provides negative feedback, it always evokes a larger than expected reaction for the feeler.
Oh, Ted, you're doing the video game wrong.
Okay, cool. That's not a problem. Peter, you're doing the video game wrong. He just bursts into tears, guys. You should see it.
Because I'm the feeler.
Right. So words mean more to you emotionally than they would mean to me. To me, they're just kind of like...
Gosh, you're so,
math.
like, not critical of me, though. That's helpful.
Well, yeah, I am, you know... I mean, if maybe I am critical, I just don't ever tell you. I'm just kidding.
I'm just keeping a record of wrongs.
Here's another one. Okay.
How do I... If anyone's like screaming at the screen for me what to do right now, sorry.
Didn't you already unlock it?
Yeah, this shoots me up here now. I unlocked the door, and when it's a ceiling here, this shoots me up here.
Does that give you... Well, that gives you an ability to go over to that chest. Did you already go over there and you didn't care what was in it?
I didn't, but I don't care what's in it. But I could try.
Okay. Because, I mean... Ooh, ow. That would really hurt if that
Yikes.
actually happened.
Yeah.
This is launching you with
Agreed.
enough force to put you 30 feet in the air, which means that
Just
you're putting all of the... Yeah. You're putting all that 30 feet of air force
15
into your neck.
Yeah, that's a lot. There's a little ladder down here, which makes me wonder if I'm supposed to...
Try flipping it one more time. From when you're up. What's it look like to the right now?
Oh.
Now it's open.
Good job, Thinker.
But, hold on though. Now you're gonna hit the ceiling. So what you need to do is you need to flip it, launch in the air. While you're in the air, turn around and flip it again so you land
You're
on
totally right. Okay.
It helps that it slows down time when you go to do that too, right?
Yeah.
Boom! Whoa! Oh, mon chéri!
French frogs love us. If you're a French frog, click the like button. Like, comment, and ribbit.
Okay, this is the last section of our struggles, okay? Judgers versus perceivers. So you're the judger, I'm the perceiver.
Yeah.
And yours is really a pretty even split, like you said, between J and P.
But you're more perceiver. So
I'm
I probably
definitely
am a
hard
little
perceive.
judgy.
You're definitely more
From
judgy
your
than me.
perspective, right.
Right. So this is a tough one to kind of understand what judging versus perceiving is. But judgers tend to assess a situation and like decide some kind of like moral, or they tend to like decide a couple steps ahead.
Mm-hmm.
And a perceiver tends to look at a situation and just see it as it is. So,
Right.
So for example, if I walk into a room and the table's messy, I'm like, oh man, the table's messy. You walk into a room and the table's messy, you said, oh man, someone must have gotten busy and so they didn't clean the table.
Right.
Or someone got distracted and they didn't clean the table.
Yeah, it's like
You'll take it a couple steps further to like discern what happened to cause it, rather than just look at the situation and say like, it is that.
Or couldn't a perceiver walk in and not like fully comprehend that the table, or like consciously spend any time thinking the table is messy and just go, someone's busy?
It's yeah.
Like I
it's
almost
true.
think of it as like a judger is like an analyst. They come in and like, okay, here's a thing that's true. There's a banana peel there. Here's a thing that's true. There's a napkin crumpled up here.
Right.
Therefore, deductive reasoning, right? And you just walk in and you're like, whoa, man, someone's busy.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Because it's messy? Because, I don't know. It's almost like Blink. Remember Malcolm Gladwell's book, Blink?
Mm-hmm.
And I tend to think that, like, our gut is, like, that gut feeling that you should trust, you know? It is an analyst thing. It's just so fast, and our brains are so powerful that you don't realize you're doing it.
Right,
It's like when someone throws a baseball at you and you're wearing a baseball glove and you catch it, it's like you weren't actually doing the physics necessary to put your glove in the right spot, but you were. You just couldn't do it on pen and paper, but you were doing it.
Right.
Okay, what's this place called?
This is called Metal Connections.
Oh, dear.
They always give you a hint with that name. Okay, so here are the struggles for us in the last category of judgers versus perceivers. Ted, me, I'm the perceiver. Peter's the judger. Okay. Judgers find perceivers to be too passive and casual with their indecisiveness. Sometimes this gets on the nerves of a judger. So if Peter's like, "Hey, these are the games I think should be played in the order that we play," and I'm kind of like, "Cool, whatever, I don't care," that might get on his nerves sometimes. Maybe.
You should care.
Exactly. Well, you should care. It matters. Perceivers.
What's great though is like you don't. Well, I think what would bother me is if you're like, I think we should do it in a different order, and I'd be like, okay, why?
And then I'd be like, I don't know.
The other way doesn't feel right. I'd be like, well, you're invalid. Invalid reasoning. But the fact that you're always just like, that's cool. Or if I ask you what order should we do the games in, you could tell me.
Yeah,
that really helps me
I can
too.
come up with it, you know. Okay. Perceivers, so me, Ted, may find judgers, Peter, to be... Okay, so Ted may find Peter to be too controlling at times and often reacts by pushing back because they find it too stifling to their desire for freedom. You're really, really nice about this, which, I mean, it probably has something to do with the fact that you're not, like, a really hard judger, you know? You're kind of halfway there. Judgers, so Peter may find that Ted cares little about organization, something which he values highly, and Ted is likely to mess up the house because he doesn't like to keep things neat and orderly. I don't like to keep things neat and orderly, at least in the judger's eyes. This, of course, drives judgers crazy. Judgers may also find the perceiver's lack of planning and scheduling to be irritating, so they may try to organize the perceiver's life as a result. This, of course, is a mistake and something that perceivers do not always appreciate.
Huh.
Yeah. So some interesting insights there.
It's cool because it's sort of showing me like just how good we've gotten at like not holding each other's perceived weaknesses against each other. But it's not really a weakness, it's just differences. But like...
Ooh, that ain't quite gonna make it.
Yeah, well, I got one of these too, but I'm not sure. I think I have to space these back further and then angle that on.
Oh, yep.
Is that the right way to do it?
Yep, you make a little bridgey boo.
Can I... Oh, nope, okay. I was gonna say, can I do
can
this
I just move it without
him
him falling over? You might have been able to do it if you got lucky, but it seemed to me like it just sort of all fell apart.
Yeah, I grabbed him and I wasn't moving, but I was holding it at an angle, I guess. But yeah, like with the calendar and stuff, like so there's a Google Doc that the basement has.
Oh,
where I should be doing it from the side. Also, I should lean them up against this wall.
Oh, smart move. Yeah, then you got another point of contact for keeping it.
Yeah, thanks, man.
Okay, so Google Doc calendar that we have.
Right, so I totally do sort of organize your life in that way, but not your whole life, just like the basement.
The basement part of my life.
But it's definitely like some stuff that's just you, because it's like, okay, here's the order in which you should edit these things if you're... And it's always meant to be like, if you're strapped for time, here's a handy guide, you know... Dang it. So that you can know...
I don't think you need to... I think you can just stack them straight on top of each other.
Yeah, you're totally
you should be fine.
As long as I'm not too far away. So far away! I might be. Can you...
There you go. Way you at? Peanut butter jelly and a baseball bat.
But like, I don't know. I think you're good about like letting me do that, and I'm good about like feeling okay about doing it, not resenting you for doing it.
Right, and I think a big key is that, you know, we're both not so set that we feel like it's an egregious disdain on the other person's part toward our personality when they don't do something.
Yeah.
Like, you know, recently, like, life has been kind of hectic and disorganized for me, and, you know, for a variety of reasons, and it doesn't really matter. But even like this morning, you know, the stinking Breath of the Wild video again wasn't ready right in time for you to be able to do the thing that you normally do.
Right.
And so, like, you know, I look at that situation and I'm like, this would probably frustrate Peter if I wasn't
had
like
to pick up the slack.
Yeah, exactly. But if I was like, hey, you know what? Like, I caused this disorder and chaos a little bit, so as long as I fix it, I think we'll be okay.
Oh, that's a cool
And I
tree.
think that that's true.
Yes. No, that's absolutely appreciated when you're like, oh man, okay, well, I got this. You know, like, I appreciate that. I'm like, I don't know how to do that, and Ted does. So I'll just do this part and feel lucky that you handle the stuff I can't, and vice versa, I guess.
Right.
Is it the end of the episode?
It is the end of the episode, Peter.
Alrighty.
Wow. Well, we accomplished a whole bunch of shrines.
Yeah, we
guys.
did. We got
a ton more Orbies.
Yeah, how many we
got 14 total orbs to turn
we do.
in. Wow, that's a lot.
Yeah, if we get what's it
Yikes.
take? 4? So we can get 3 extra hearts.
Yep.
And be halfway to the 4th extra heart.
Wow, that's like all the hearts you start with in the beginning of the game. We can just get all in one go. So until next time, Basement Dwellers, we think that you are more flappy than
flapjack that fell off a haystack on a very windy day. In the basement. A very important part of how the basement is able to bring you the content that we do daily is our wonderful YouTube sponsors and Patreon patrons listed on the screen now.
If you would like to join this amazing group of people who are helping the basement to make even more content and do even more streams, you can go ahead and click the link in the description or on the screen right now. And we'd love to have you join us in making the basement not just the friendliest place on YouTube, but the most awesome place on the planet.
In our solar system.
In our universe.
In the basement.